Our journey began in 2016 with a project that created wealth for a community using its natural resource, the palm tree. In 2017, we introduced Sushi and Eco Bag, two projects that reduced waste and produced artisan jobs. We took it a step further in 2018 by creating tools, recycled footwears from tires that changed the game for school children across Ogun State. But we're just getting started. Last year, through our relentless innovation, we bettered Pet City, a social enterprise that focuses on reducing plastic waste by converting plastics into pet bricks, while simultaneously building a waste management culture in our community. This is our story. We are social entrepreneurs driven by our goal to make a positive impact on our people, planet, and prosperity. We are Enactus Covenant University.
Nigeria, a country with significant history, a nation of beautiful contrast, home to diverse cultures and languages, a land rich in nature, color, music, and food. Sadly, our beautiful nation is faced continuously with cases of periodic floods due to heavy rains with no escape routes as a result of blocked drainages.
On research, we realized that these drainages were blocked with 91% of plastic materials. At first glance, we thought plastic was the problem. However, further research revealed that indiscriminate plastic waste disposal was the real issue, as only 9% of plastics has ever been recycled since inception.
In the bid to tackle the root cause of these problems, we carried out a needs assessment in our local community, Adodwater. And from our assessment, we realized that the residents of this community were grossly affected by environmental degradation caused by indiscriminate plastic waste disposal. Hence, we came to a conclusion that a system was needed where plastic never become waste. Dalai Lama once said, "It is our collective and individual responsibility to preserve and tend to the world in which we all live, starting with our immediate environment."
Our solution is Pet City, a social enterprise focused on transforming single-use plastics and nylon waste combined with sand into sustainable building materials that are cost-effective and durable. The first of our product line is the interlocking brick. Its production process begins with melting waste plastics at a temperature of 260 degrees Celsius using our PET liquefier machine. After this, sand is integrated at a predetermined ratio to improve fire resistance and overall compressive strength. This mixture is heated and stirred to a composite mix, which is poured in a unique design mold that separates our PET bricks from others and adds to its overall aesthetics value.
Last year, we laid the foundation for our eco-friendly, sustainable enterprise by proactively taking the following steps.
Pet City Bricks became a registered business with Corporate Affairs Commission, which created employment opportunities for low-income earners and unemployed youths in our communities.
Our bricks were accredited by the Standard Organization of Nigeria because, aside its aesthetics, it exceeded quality standards. It also possesses a production rate 4 times higher compared to the conventional bricks. Moving forward, we laid 400 PET bricks in our institution, Covenant University. Unfortunately, the feedback from the first case used proved desirability.
We analyzed the current market through our target cost design. We created a cheaper and faster product than the standard concrete brick. Here is the analysis. In terms of cost, the price of a square meter of the most economical interlocking brick starts at $6.45, taking into consideration the price of sand, cement, the cost of transportation, and labor. For our PET brick, the cost incurred in the production includes sand, labor, and energy, crashing down the price to $6.07 for a square meter of interlocking, cutting down the cost of providing roads with interlocking bricks by 35%. In terms of the rate of production, it takes 28 days for curing and storage before the concrete bricks can be used, while for the PET bricks, it takes 7 days. For every measure of concrete block produced to be used in 28 days, PET bricks will have a production rate 4 times higher than that of concrete brick and block within that time frame.
We partnered with the Waste Management Board, local restaurants, and independent suppliers to establish a sustainable waste collection process and retrieve large portions of the waste that has been disposed in our landfills and water bodies.
This Enactus year, our Pet City business received media attention as a renowned television station plus TV Africa took an interest in our work and created a documentary on our team and its innovation. Through this recognition, Pet City has gained potential sponsors from multinationals, individual investors, and international collaborators. One of these is Mr. Jide Ladipo, who lives in the United Kingdom. He has also purchased our PET bricks to build a shed in his local residence in Abeokuta, Ogun State in Nigeria. Here are a few words from him resonating the patronage.
So good morning. I was standing outside, and one of the things I could notice, just the amount of rubbish and plastic. And I think pets are just a worldwide problem. It's not just endemic to Nigeria, it's everywhere. When I came across Pet City, what I really liked about the idea is they're providing a universal solution for a universal problem. And I think it just makes a lot of sense. And I'm definitely going to be using their products for my next construction.
In the beginning, the process of creating this pet brick was manual and inefficient. So we designed and fabricated a new machine prototype to increase the level of our production. Although our machine was good, but we knew it could be better, as there were a number of challenges we encountered while using it, such as the low output due to the nature of materials used for the initial fabrication. So we began to make modifications to increase our output of production by automating the process.
Unlike the previous version of the machine, our new machine can now produce an average of 75 PET per batch, a 27.12% increase from the former, thus enabling us to achieve higher work outputs. How did we make this work? We introduced a sand jacket that preheats the sand and enables a proper mixing process. The heating element was further developed, enveloping the entire machine to make production faster and more effective. With these modifications, the new version of the machine reduces the energy inputs, the amount of the time spent in production, creates a smoother mixing process, and produces bricks for greater quality.
This milestone allowed us to push through our deal of over 1,000 bricks to Mr. Jide Ladipo. Judges, we are excited at the prospect of what we have, and as we can see, we are making progress and on the verge of creating last maximum impact.
Thus, we went further and mounted aesthetic yet functional waste bins in strategic locations such as bus stops and restaurants to encourage plastic recycling in our environment. This collection source has provided us with over 360 kilograms of plastic waste.
Our team contested in a global contest in leadership, social entrepreneurship, and we were able to receive $500 New Zealand in seed funding to execute our project.
Based on our success, we were contacted by the Enactus team from SGG SCC in India. They are carrying out Project Daria, which entails clearing plastic wastes from oceans. The team approached us to implement our production process in their country. Currently, we are finalizing a memorandum of understanding with them.
Our attentive audience. The heart of sustaining the Pet City project has always been about changing people's mindset towards indiscriminate plastic waste disposal. Hence, in the midst of the nation's lockdown caused by the pandemic, we organized a 2-day webinar for teenagers and adults to enlighten them on the benefits of plastic waste disposal, the cumulative effects of plastic pollution on land and water bodies, and also as it relates to climate change, thereby creating SDG 13, Climate Action, and SDG 14, Life Underwater. We also created a comic book series for primary and secondary school children, educating them on the benefits of plastic recycling and the avenues through which they can contribute to the larger picture of an eco-friendly world. We met with the Lagos State Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment and the Ministry of Science and Technology, where we showcased our product. We also obtained their support to retrieve large amounts of plastic waste from the environment. Here is a testimony from the Permanent Secretary affirming his interest in our work.
The entire project is based on the theme of World Environment Day, Pitch the Plastic. The entire thing that you have done is reducing the amount of plastics in our environment, especially on the water bodies and all whatnot, and also making use of them, in a productive way.
This success fueled our desire to do more. So we competed in a Solution 17 climate change competition and emerged as a finalist, bringing Pet City to the limelight. We were also featured on Arise News and This Day's newspapers, with a total of over 511,000 viewers reached. We were opportune to pitch our business to the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Nigeria, who pledged our unwavering support. Also, the United Nations Development Programme has decided to partner with us, thereby aiding in the fulfillment of our goals.
For the next phase of our collection system, we will employ P-riders who will pick up plastic waste from strategic locations and bring them to our sorting center, ensuring supply is equivalent to demand. For this, we have acquired a motorbike and a carriage for a start.
We have removed 8 tons of plastic in Ota, Ogun State, which means we have reduced 5% of plastic waste degrading the township of Aton Ota.
We recruited 153 women who work as campus cleaners in our university into our circle of independent suppliers of plastic waste for our collection system. This relationship was forged during our COVID-19 response endeavors to share relief materials and provide an extra income source for these women.
In our production system, we've hired 5 individuals. They handle the sorting of the plastic waste before production, the operation of the machines in batches to produce interlocking bricks, and the management of the goods received and produced.
For a sustainable impact for our people, planet, and profit.
We have tackled 10 SDGs, impacting 111 lives directly and 2,300 indirectly. We have sold and laid 1,400 PET bricks, eradicating 430 kilograms of plastics from drainages and minimized the cost of building roads by 35%.
In the next 1 year, we will fabricate 3 more production machines to increase our production capacity and expand our revenue model by leasing these machines to local brick manufacturers whom we've met with and secured deals of patronage. We will also establish 3 production centers in 3 other southwestern states in the country, making us a revenue of $7,743 with a profit of $2,775, which is a revenue of 35.8%. Meanwhile, providing jobs to 200 people in our production and collection systems.
Like every success story, we've had our fair share of obstacles, but our strength is drawn from every part of the journey.
Because to us, resilience, determination, and hard work are not just words. They are the values we live by.
They are what matters and defines the quality of our existence.
For us, they are the choices we made to reject good in favor of this.
It is a chance we seize to alter the course of humanity in the right direction.
It is the change we enact to impact the lives of many, rewriting the future narrative.
This is what drives Enactus Covenant University, and for us, this is just the beginning.